right, so last week we did a quick video comparing Microsoft's Bing Chat and Google's Bard, both of which are tools that have access to the live internet. Now, this week we wanted to send a quick update now that OpenAI has expanded access to two new features, both their web browsing and their plugin features, both of which are only available to ChatGPT Plus subscribers, so you do need to pay that $20 per month to get access. And one key note here is that they haven't kind of explicitly announced these new tools in a more formal announcement setting, so you do have to access them via this beta feature in the settings tab. So if you go down to the left hand menu and go down all the way to the bottom, you'll see your name. You can then go to settings, and then you'll see this beta features tab now. You'll have to click both manually to toggle them on. Once you do, you'll just want to do a quick refresh of your browser. Now you'll see on the GPT-4 side of this tab, instead of just defaulting to default, you now have a new drop-down menu where you can select between browsing, plugins, and default. So for this session, we're going to use browsing, which is, again, just their way of saying that this is access to the live internet. If you use the default under GPT-4, it will not be able to access the live internet, so you do have to manually select this browsing tab. We'll do another video summing up the plugins, which is a pretty expansive skill set in itself. There's quite a bit of tools already available just in the first week, and we obviously expect that to expand greatly over the next few weeks and months. But for today, we're just going to use browsing. We're going to use the exact same prompt that we used before in both Bard and Bing. So again, we're going to ask the tool to create a draft email that we're going to use to respond to a client who's completing a visa renewal appointment in Cairo, Egypt. So as you can see here, the way that ChatGPT shows its work, which again is something that I really like because it's confirming exactly what it's doing on the back end, it's going to scroll through here in this little drop-down menu. One of the key things that I've noticed so far in using this for the past week is you'll see a lot of click failed or link failed or things that are not working. I'd imagine that's something that OpenAI is working on in kind of improving how it accesses the live internet, but it does seem to take a while and does seem to run into quite a few issues right now in completing the search. That being said, we'll kind of wait and see what it is able to generate based on its search. All right, so as you can see, it finished browsing. It took about 45 seconds or so. On average, over the past week and playing around with it, I would say 45 seconds is a pretty good average time for the browsing interface to complete. Now, as you can see, it generated a fairly similar response outcome to what we saw in Bing Chat and Google Bard. We'll post this on the blog so you can compare with those responses and see which ones you like best, which ones are the most accurate. Again, you'll want to obviously do your due diligence in making sure to review the links as well as the actual content of this email, obviously before sending, just like you would in any other use case of using a generative AI tool like this. A few things I did want to point out real quick is, the wording is really useful. It's a great way to kind of incorporate some of this really personalized, tailored experience, like including and being able to quickly pull the address to the U.S. Embassy, and providing updates like the fact that the fee has recently increased in an informal tone that's helpful, and again, should be a way to expand the power of generative AI to develop, client-facing solutions to some of these common issues and just common processes and scenarios that we see day to day. Again, we'll post this on the blog so you can compare and let us know what you think, but we're looking forward to seeing how these tools continue to expand access to things like web browsing. All right, thanks.